Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. This is Harry from Spurs TV, back with another match review video. This is straight after the game, and Spurs beat Man City 2-1 in the Carabao Cup. As you can tell, I'm very tired. It wasn't as easy watch as you would have thought it was going to be. Spurs actually went 2-0 up and pretty much played their first team, apart from maybe Archie Gray and Dragusin being in there. But yeah, like I said, Dre and Dragusin went in there. Gray at right back as per usual. I say as per usual, he's been everywhere really. And Romero played with Dragusin in the middle. Vicario was in goal, and Van de Ven played at left back. And then you had a midfield of Sarr, Bentancur, and Kulusevski, which in my opinion is our best midfield three. And in the front line, consisted of Solanke, Werner, because Moore couldn't really play another game, I guess you could say. But I think, I don't know who's in front of the pecking order at this point anymore in our attack. And Johnson on the right, which kind of picks itself. But Spurs did start the game very well, hence the 2-0 lead. Sarr's goal was like really good. And Werner, in some sort of divine miracle, scored his first chance of the game. What preceded that afterwards wasn't as great. He missed a load of chances again. So yeah, but Spurs went 2-0 up. And then I guess they stopped playing after that. And I think that's my biggest issue is we should be going out and finishing this team off. And we let City back in the game, which I really, really didn't like, especially because you're 2-0 up. Third goal basically kills the game off. But instead, City get a goal just before half-time, and we're sitting there in the second half stressing our eyes off, watching Spurs try and defend a 2-1 lead, which, if we're basing this on Ange's previous games, is not a good look. And City had quite a few chances, actually. They had one saved off the line. I'm not too sure who it was. The Spurs were basically chasing throughout the game when City got the ball. And if I'm being honest with you, when you're 2-0 up at home to a second-string team, especially when you barely rested anyone, you should be going out there and winning the game comfortably. But we just made it so much more difficult for ourselves. Even the passing at the back, Sarr was put under pressure a lot in the first half and by City's press. And yeah, you wouldn't have thought that we were the team that were at home. You wouldn't have thought that we were the team that, played the first team, because our first team just stopped playing when it went 2-0 up. We just stopped. And I look at Ange on the touch and I think, you're the manager. You need to motivate these players to carry on playing, because they just weren't. They just weren't playing. I was very disappointed in Solanke. I thought he was poor. Johnson, again, he did miss a big chance again. I didn't think he was that great. He didn't make the right runs at the right time. Werner, apart from his goal, again, we just watched the same player again for the rest of the season as we've seen. The midfield, Kulusevski was probably the best of a bad bunch. Van de Ven, before he went off very early. It was all right. I thought Dragusin actually had quite a decent game. Gray, not so much. I don't want to talk about Archie Gray. I just don't think he's that great. Sarr got taken off at half-time because he got booked. I thought it was all right. And, of course, Bentancur, again, him and Dragusin, probably my pick of the best players, really. And, yeah, we move. We've got Man United next in the Cup. I'm not sure what the date is for that, but Amorim, I imagine, will be in charge by that point. So that will be quite interesting, because I don't know what kind of team United are going to put out. And I imagine we should probably put our first team out. And we're at home as well, again. But will United put a very strong side out? It depends kind of where they are, and depends what Amorim wants to do, I guess. But being at home to United, considering where they are and where we are, they're 14th in the league. We went to Old Trafford and beat 10-man Man United, which is a factor again. They had 10 men. But also, which weren't clicking. But will Amorim get the best out of United now with the players they got on paper? Maybe he will. And yeah, it's another test, I guess. And I don't know where it falls in the fixture list. I'll have to go and check now. But yeah, Spurs scraped past the second string City 2-1. And like I said, they should have been way more confident than it was. But I think Spurs need to learn to kill off teams. And we, as we've seen earlier this season against Brighton, well, we didn't. They went like and beat us. It remains to be seen. I mean, I just think we need to be able to play with a lot more conviction, a lot more urgency. There were instances where I think we just fell apart in defence again. And I think we kind of got away with it in some ways. But I guess we win 2-1, just about, and we move on and come on, Spurs.